Trump was right. He warned us that gas prices, they would spike under Biden. And guess what? It's now happening. Take a look.
We have so much oil. We have more oil than anybody, okay? And it's an incredible thing that it's happened over the last few years, a lot of great things, and you're paying, what, $2 a gallon for your gasoline? That's okay. You know what that's like? That's like a tax cut. That's bigger than a tax cut. If Biden got in, you'd be paying $7, $8, $9. Didn't they say, get rid of your car? We're going to build some more windmills.
And I'll put that in the column, Trump was right again. And that was not the only thing President Trump predicted correctly. In 2018, during a speech at the UN, he warned that Europe's dependence on Russian oil and gas and energy was a very dangerous game. And guess what? They panned to the German delegation when he was speaking about them, and they were laughing. They thought it was hysterical. I wonder if they're laughing today. Take a look.
Reliance on a single foreign supplier can leave a nation vulnerable to extortion and intimidation. We congratulate European states such as Poland for leading the construction of a Baltic pipeline so that nations are not dependent on Russia to meet their energy needs. Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers.
I wonder if those guys are still laughing today, because Germany is essentially funding Russia's deadly invasion. Congratulations, Germany, for hurting Europe once again. Back here at home, gas prices, they're through the roof. Everything you buy at every store you go to, as I said, more expensive. We are now at a 40-year-plus high with inflation. Obviously, the border is a train wreck. The economy is a train wreck. Americans are still trapped in Afghanistan. That's an unforgivable train wreck. By the way, if you're counting today's day 206 since Joe turned the page and abandoned our fellow Americans behind enemy lines, Joe Biden is in a steep cognitive decline. But congratulations to the Democrats. That means no more mean tweets. I hope it's worth it to you. I hope that we can survive 3 more years of what has been the single worst administration in modern American history, and especially the modern presidency. Now, maybe Joe could learn a thing or two about leadership and bravery from the past. Maybe we can show him what, anyway, here with Reaction. Tens of billions of dollars. Why he's talking about importing oil from Iran is beyond any comprehension I have. And according to Joe, rising gas prices, well, that's not his problem. There's nothing he can really do about it. Take a look.
It's going to go up. Can't do much right now. Russia's responsible.
It's all Russia's fault. Except the problem is something called the truth. Now, Joe, gas prices have been rising since the day you were sworn in, and you canceled the Keystone XL pipeline. You put a pause on new oil and gas leases on all federal lands. You ended drilling and exploration in Anwar in Alaska. We have vast resources there, and rejoined the Paris Climate Accords. You know, the climate accords where we pay all the money and China and India are viewed as developing countries. You also enacted new regulations and environmental restrictions on energy production. And yes, under Biden, America went from being a net exporter of energy to a net importer of energy in less than a year. And Joe lied about that earlier today. We are now producing less energy than when Donald Trump left office, and that is just a fact. And according to Biden, his new domestic energy restrictions has nothing to do with the high cost of gasoline. Before Russia, Putin invaded Ukraine, we were paying pretty close to $1.50 more a gallon. We were paying more to heat and cool our homes, and we're also paying more for every item we buy in every store we go to because of Joe's economic and energy policies. But this is what he says.
Look, let me be clear about 2 other points. First, it's simply not true that my administration or policies are holding back domestic energy production. That's simply not true. Second, this crisis is a stark reminder to protect our economy over the long term, we need to become energy independent. I've had numerous conversations over the last 3 months with our European friends of how they have to wean themselves off of Russian oil. It's just not tenable. It should motivate us to accelerate the transition to clean energy.
Joe Biden is simply lying. If he wanted to lift the